Tal was born on December 27, 1961. He was born in Moshav Avigdor near Kiryat Malachi, the second child of Avigdor and Rebecca. His father worked as a farmer in the Moshav, while his mother nurtured the family, creating a warm atmosphere of joy and tranquility for her children Batya, Tal, and Amit. The fields, the open spaces, and the sense of family closeness provided Tal with his roots. When Tal was 5 years old, his parents decided to settle in Be'eri, where Rebecca had grown up as a country girl. It was there that his younger brother Oron was born. The transition to the kibbutz was not easy for Tal. The sensitive child found himself in a society of tough kids. Gradually, he managed to carve out a space for himself to express his talents. With his golden hands inherited from his father, he fixed and tinkered with various things. His natural mischievousness shone through as he became involved in acting in performance. Tal looked forward to weekends, family gatherings, and the sense of togetherness that brought moments of happiness and reconnect him with a sense of belonging. He especially loved the family's Sabbath hikes, outings to the surroundings of the kibbutz, with picnic blankets and packed lunches. He dedicated himself to caring for the family dogs. After military service in artillery units, Tal took a break and worked in the young Be'eri kibbutz. He was warmly welcomed as a kibbutz member with experience in various jobs and those same golden hands. It was a happy and meaningful time, but Tal decided to return to Be'eri after its conclusion. The kibbutz was, as the poet Zelda described it, a shared home for the praise of heaven. The sun throws its burning gold into it, and the night envelops it in a clock of stars. Tal was a true kibbutznik in every sense of the word, embodying the values of hard work, dedication, and perseverance almost like a sacred duty. He moved between various branches of agriculture until he found his place in Be'eri's automotive branch. The kibbutz's large car fleet required daily maintenance and commitment to be reliable and available. Devotion to work was one aspect of Tal's life. The other was the development of hobbies. He was a true autodidact and delved into anything that piqued his interest. Thus, his hobbies went beyond the concept of leisure and turned into a dedicated profession. He participated in cinema studies at Sha'ar HaNegev and quickly became the unofficial family and kibbutz photographer. He was there behind the camera at cultural events, bar mitzvah videos, family gatherings, and added his special touch. Tal also found an interest in clocks, ancient and rare timepieces crafted by artisans, with intricate mechanisms requiring delicate hands like his to operate them. He explored the mechanics of each clock, learned its history, and knew where to find the tiny parts for repairs. He attended conferences in the field and his last trip abroad was for a tour of watch factories in Switzerland and meetings with watchmakers and collectors. He returned from the journey happy, enthusiastic, and with plans to expand his collection. Another love of Tal's was the culinary world. Cooking became an art form for him, born out of investigation and understanding of the ingredients he cooked with and the cultural background in which the dish originated. It's no wonder he specialized in cakes and desserts, a domain that requires the knowledge and precision of a scientist alongside rich imagination. Tal created his own culinary language. At every family gathering, everyone looked forward to his dishes or handmade pastries, and he always knew how to surprise. His love for cooking introduced Tal to the Persian kitchen. He opened up a new world, the world of Persian culture. As usual, he began to study the subject comprehensively, exploring the sources of this unique culture and its customs. He read books written by Iranian writers and watched films by Iranian directors. He loved to lay the table with a variety of Persian delicacies and joined communities of Iranian expatriates. The connection he felt was so strong that he requested in his will that a Persian rabbi lead his funeral. Does a person who lives alone necessarily lonely? It's difficult to answer this complex question, but with Tal, one can say that despite living alone, he was not lonely. He surrounded himself with an extended family, and so was his warm heart, always open to each of its members. He had a special bond with his brothers, sister, and nephews. They were a source of pride for him, and he knew how to be a supportive place of love for them. With exceptional sensitivity, he knew how to dedicate time and attention to each one. He did this with special gifts he created and with pampering and surprising Sabbath breakfasts. In those small things of life lies humanity's essence, and Tal was very human and had a gentle soul. Tal was murdered on October 7, 2023, in the terrorist attack on Be'eri and the Gaza envelope. His brother Oron and his family were also killed that same Sabbath. 2 weeks earlier, on the eve of Yom Kippur, Tal wrote on Facebook, "May we know how to harm less throughout the year, to be more sensitive and attentive, and to respect others more, even if it doesn't always align with our path." May his memory be blessed and God rest his soul.